Bola Tinubu is Nigeria's president, whether people like it or not. MBE, more from People's Gazette. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. Bola Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar and P2B. The Nigerian Bar Association says Bola Tinubu is not the Nigerian president as of today. The Nigerian Bar Association says Bola Tinubu is the Nigerian president as of today, whether people like it or not. Asserting that the INEC declaring him the winner of the February 25th presidential poll is a function of laws. That Tinubu is president today is a function of laws. It is a function of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is a function of the Electoral Act. What I've done is simply to recognize the position of the law, stated NBA President Yakubu Maekeo in an Arise TV interview aired Saturday night. Aired on Sunday night, defending Mr. Tinubu's invitation to give the opening speech at the just concluded NBA conference. Mr. Maekeo added, as far as the country is concerned today, as far as the law is concerned today in this country, without prejudice to the tendency of petition against the election and declaration of President Tinubu, he is the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the President of this country, and I went to him because I defer to the law, not to the whims and caprices of individuals. This is not a function of anybody's sentiments or whims and caprices. Mr. Maekeo reasoned that when anything had been declared by a public officer, there is a presumption, rebuttable though, that all that needed to be done had been so done, and that the person who made that declaring has the authority to make the declaration. Then he asked, did the INEC chairman have the authority to make the declaration that he did? Yes, said the LBA leader. When he declared Tinubu as president, there is a presumption that you're not in favor of Tinubu as a candidate at that time. Now, President, under the auspices of the All Progressive Congress, that all that needed to be done, that all the requirements that needed to be declared as president has been satisfied. Mr. Maekeo further argued, who else should I invite? Should I not recognize the provision of the law? Are we without a president because there is no pending petition? No. Mr. Tinubu's invitation to the NBA conference sparked reactions, with many arguing that it was improper, given that the president's electoral victory is facing scrutiny at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, as Atiku Abubakar PDP and P2B Labour Party seek nullification of Mr. Tinubu's victory on several grounds. Well, all this plenty English where I speak now say, oh, Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, but he's still being challenged, because all have not been set well or set right. Right? That is all what this plenty English is saying. All right. You these online supporters of Obi and Atiku, you are too selfish. Upon all the reasonable defense by NBA president, you are still yet not convinced. You are not yet convinced, rather, that he is right for inviting the president. This is the extent of your hatred for the president. The way you said hatred for the president, I don't think that's the right word. I don't think that's the right word at all. Law my food. If law exists, especially in Nigeria, what did the law say concern any person that rigged the election in Nigeria? What did the law concern anybody that eat bribe or embezzled public money while in office? What did the law say about you, the lawyers, who is collecting bribes to support illegality? Mr. Lawmaker, remember that the omnipotent God, the life maker, is watching, and not the lawmakers like you who make the law and violate the law. He remains the president until the Supreme Court system says otherwise, and that is true. Sincerely, that is true. Our judiciary system is polluted. There is no functional law in Nigeria. If the law should have its way, so many senators and even the president will not be here today. I totally agree. This statement is unfair. Is Tinubu the richest man in the universe? No. that the money he was sharing has not finished? What magic can Atiku Able perform to put the worst situation that we have been going through for decades in Nigeria to normal for a few months? Let us be honest with ourselves for God's sake. Atiku is planning to privatize everything in Nigeria into his treasury. Obi ran his state alone into his business, also planning Biafra to stand and wage war against Nigeria. Well, I do not agree with. Look, everything where they just talk for this place. Bola Tinubu is Nigeria's president. Yes, and it is until they give verdict on that we can see otherwise. It is until they give verdict and the verdict is, oh, return the money to the rightful owner, or step down, what's it called? Or step down, you're not the rightful owner, or there's a refund. It is until something is said. For now, as that pali don't enter your hand, but that is why I feel even everything was done speedily. Yes, that is why I feel everything was done speedily. Okay. And if at the end of the day, all this back and forth amounts to nothing. By nothing, I mean amounts to the fact that, the people are still not satisfied, number one. The people are not still satisfied after all the back and forth. People are still feeling, oh, they were cheated, If people are still feeling like this, now that time I'm going to say, something is wrong. And this is going to be me just sprinkling this as a seasoning. By this time, at this point in time, in any African country, to be very honest, their leaders are supposed to be, their heads are supposed to run the correct. That means, say, if the leaders of Africa, as in Nigeria inclusive Africa, if they have been not doing well since because of what is happening, they should be doing well. That is the prevention of anything not to happen. No, I'm not to say I support anything, no, but this is just me sprinkling this like a seasoning cube. Okay, they cannot hold their party together, but they want to rule the country. They have helped to divide through religious and ethnic campaign. Is this really true? I don't think so. I don't think so. Do not mind this greedy opposition who cannot hold to their party together, and they want to rule a country they have helped to divide. Okay. This is the same. This is me repeating the same thing. Maybe these people want all of us to carry gun and enter Abuja. You are who? Because we have never voted for Tinubu, but they want to impose him on us by force, whether we like it or not. You people are looking for trouble. Well, like I said, African leaders, especially Nigerians, we should do better. Most especially because of all the activities happening all around our neighboring African countries. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come here next time, enjoy the rest